Every day you make a decision that defines who you are. You just don't realize it. When you say, "I don't have time," you are making a decision about priorities. When you say, "I don't have money," you are making a decision about values. When you say, "I don't know how," you are making a decision about how badly you want it. Stoicism reveals a brutal truth. You always find the time, money, and knowledge for what really matters. Always. A person who says he has no time for sports finds 3 hours every night to watch TV shows. A person who says they have no money for books spends 100 hryvnias on coffee every week. A person who says they don't know where to start knows all the news and scandals by heart. Time is the ultimate currency, and how you spend it reveals everything about who you truly are. The Stoics understood that we all receive the same 24 hours each day, yet some people build empires while others build excuses. The difference isn't in their circumstances, it's in their willingness to face the mirror of truth. When you claim you don't have time for exercise, you're really saying that your health isn't worth sacrificing an hour of scrolling through social media. When you say you don't have time to learn a new skill, you're declaring that your growth matters less than your comfort zone. These aren't failures of time management, they're revelations of your true character. The brutal reality is that you make time for what aligns with your actual values. A person who truly values knowledge will read on the bus, listen to audiobooks while walking, and turn every waiting moment into a learning opportunity. They don't wait for perfect conditions, they create them. The problem is not the circumstances. The problem is that you are not ready to admit the truth about your true priorities. Stoicism requires ruthless introspection. Take a look at your day. What do you spend your time on? What do you spend your money on? What are you thinking about? Your actions will tell you the truth about your values better than any words. The transience of existence means that every day you spend waiting for better conditions is a day you will never get back. You can wait for the perfect moment all your life, but the perfect moment is a myth that allows you to avoid action. True strength lies in the willingness to act in imperfect conditions. Start a business without startup capital. Learning a new profession without guarantees. Change your life without being sure of the outcome. Stoicism calls this courage. The path of least resistance is also the path of least fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us that comfort is not the goal, growth is. Yet most people architect their entire lives around avoiding discomfort, then wonder why they feel empty and unfulfilled. They choose the easy conversation over the difficult truth, the familiar routine over the challenging opportunity. Every moment of comfort you choose over growth is a vote for mediocrity. When you avoid difficult conversations, you're choosing temporary peace over lasting relationships. When you postpone learning something challenging, you're choosing present ease over future capability. These small choices compound into the architecture of your entire existence. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they understood that strength comes from facing what others avoid. They knew that the muscle of character, like any muscle, grows only under stress. Comfort atrophies both body and spirit. Most people look for excuses for their passivity. They turn circumstances into insurmountable obstacles to avoid admitting a simple fact: they simply don't want to pay the price for what they are talking about. Every great goal requires sacrifice. The question is not whether you are willing to make those sacrifices. The question is whether you are ready to admit that you are already sacrificing something. You are sacrificing your potential for comfort. You are sacrificing your dreams for security. You are sacrificing your future for today's convenience. Stoicism shows that you always make sacrifices. The only question is whether you are aware of your choice. When you really want something, you find a way. When you don't really want something, you find an excuse. Your actions always reflect your true desires, not your declared goals. Curiosity in Stoicism means being honest with yourself. It is the willingness to ask, "What do I really want?" instead of "What should I want?" Willingness to admit, "I'm not doing it because I don't want to pay the price," instead of "I can't do it because of the circumstances." Enthusiasm is born from clarity. When you honestly recognize your true priorities, you stop wasting energy on self-deception. You either change your priorities or change your actions. but you stop living in illusion. True joy comes when your actions are in line with your values, when you stop saying one thing and doing another, when you stop living a life that is contrary to your true desires. The strongest people are not those who achieve everything without effort. The strongest people are those who are willing to pay the price for what really matters to them. They do not look for easy ways. They are looking for the right paths. Stoicism teaches you to distinguish between two things: what you say you want and what you are willing to act on. The first is dreams. The second is goals. Keep in mind the transience of life as a reminder. Every day you vote with your actions for who you are. Every choice is a statement about your true values. The question is not whether you have opportunities. The question is whether you are ready to use them.